First, I'd like to call on Armen Sahakyan for a few words. Armen is a board member of the Armenian National Committee of America Eastern Region, which is the grassroots advocacy organization representing the views and advancing the policy priorities of Armenian Americans and Friends of Armenia across the eastern United States. For over 8 years, he has been actively involved with genocide education and prevention. Armen.
Thank you, Richard, and thank you all for being here today. It's such an honor to be amongst so many motivated and active people such as yourself. So, first of all, allow me to very quickly express my heartfelt thanks to the Jewish World Watch, to the Darfur Interfaith Network, and all the coalition partners and individuals who have been working so tirelessly in putting this walk against genocide together. It has been an honor working within the committee alongside with such dedicated individuals and a team of individuals, and I think they deserve one more round of applause for the excellent job that they've done. Thank you. Seeing so many people gathered here speaking out against mass atrocities and genocide is an encouragement, but it's also, in a sense, a disappointment. And the reason why I say it is because for over 1 century, we as a humanity have failed time and time again to prevent the crime of genocide from repeating itself all across the world. One would think that we would be prone to learning on our past mistakes, and after witnessing the horrors and misery of one case of genocide, decisively put an end to it. So why have we collectively failed at this for over 100 years? And why do we still keep calling upon governments to prevent genocides that are ongoing right at this moment? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm saddened to report, but we have even failed at closing the chapter of the first modern case of genocide. I am, of course, speaking about the planned and systematic destruction of the indigenous Armenian, Pontian, and Asia Minor Greeks, as well as the Assyrian, Chaldean, Syriac nations from their ancient homeland by the Ottoman Turkish Empire from 1915 to 1923. An international crime never seen and experienced by humanity to that extent and magnitude at any other point in history at the time, which claimed lives of over 3 million innocent people. Even though the physical annihilation of the people lasted for only 8 years, the genocide is still not over. Dr. Gregory Stanton, a renowned genocide scholar and president of the Genocide Watch, has so clearly pointed out that genocide is not a single act, but rather a whole process. He has identified 10 stages of genocide, the last one being the denial. The Turkish government, as the legal heir to the Ottoman Empire, still continues to deny the genocide and goes as far as to exert its gag rule against the United States and other countries in the world. Not only that, but Turkey and its ally Azerbaijan still maintain their illegal blockade against Armenia, and threats of war, as well as threats against the Republic of Artsakh, continue deliberately erasing all traces of Armenian, Greek, and Assyrian civilization. They still continue to occupy Cyprus, assisting ISIS and playing an overall destructive role in the region and the world. All this because of impunity and hesitation of the international community to hold the guilty party responsible and to resolve this international crime against humanity based upon the principles of truth and justice. Think about it. Would Germany be the partner for peace and a constructive member of the international community had it not to face the justice for the Holocaust? The Armenian genocide is as much a question of the past as it is one of today and how we are going to move forward as a humanity. Are we going to remedy this in hopes of creating a safer world, or continue closing our eyes on the fact that whole nations were not only displaced, massacred, and sent into exile, but also that this crime is still despicably denied by its perpetrator? What we see happening now in Syria and Iraq against the Christian, Yazidi, and other minorities at the hands of ISIS takes place in the same geographic area where the Armenians were sent into their death marches a century ago. Ladies and gentlemen, I propose that had the Ottomans faced justice for their crimes, we may have avoided the Holocaust and Cambodia, Rwanda, Darfur, Bosnia, Syria, Iraq, and all other cases of genocide. Had the international community been more resolute and crystal clear that never again really means never again, we would have lived in a much safer world and perhaps not even had to gather here today to speak out, because we would have hopefully ended all the cases of genocide thereafter. So your cause is my cause, and my cause is yours, because we live in a world where the first case of genocide is still denied, perpetuated and unpunished, and people still die in Iraq, Syria, South Sudan, Congo, and are unpunished, and people still die, and other parts of the world, partially as a result of that same denial. So here and today, we have to pledge to work together as one for justice for all the cases of genocide, because for as long as one genocide is denied, or as one genocide is still continuing, we have really failed our work, and we still need to keep pushing forward. So thank you for your attention, and may God bless you.